Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we will be doing yet another news video. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, for today's news, it's basically news most of y'all probably have already seen by now, but in case you haven't, then I'll just cover it right here. But yeah, so anyways, last weekend, I believe on Saturday at MCM London, the Hasbro designers revealed the first wave of the 2024 Studio Series figures, and oh man, we got plenty of good ones right here. So, especially one in particular, which probably already know who I'm talking about. But yeah. So, anyways, let's get right into it right now. And for some reason, they have these like backwards with the packaging. But starting off, we got Pablo or Wheeljack, but Pablo. We got Pablo. At least finally a Studio Series one, because we already got the mainline one, which is a pretty good one, but it's not fully accurate. He doesn't have the door wings, which luckily this one right here does. And yeah, so here he is. And there's the back of the packaging, and here's the alt mode. And yeah, so let me get into the details right now. Well, first of all, if you look in the windshield, you can see visible head syndrome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But hey, at least it is an officially licensed Volkswagen, unlike the mainline one. But yeah, I'd say this is my favorite of the two modes because I think the paint looks best here, and just having an officially licensed Volkswagen, I think that's really cool. And here is his robot mode. And I gotta say, I think mold wise he looks great, but paint wise he's a bit lacking. I don't know. I think he needs more paint around the chest. I forgot if the Oddbot logo on the center of his chest was painted in the movie. But it's some areas look a little bit bland. But mold wise, I think he looks good. I don't know if he has wrist swivel though. It doesn't look like he does. So, but we'll see. I think his blaster looks pretty cool. And I love that he's got the door wings. But um, I mean, of course, I'll still get it. Because mold wise, he looks pretty good and is more accurate. But just my only gripe right here is that he's lacking paint. At least in the alt mode, you don't really see the lack of paint, but it's just the robot mode. But yeah, here he is in the packaging, and half his face is cut off. Oops, I accidentally closed that. All right, next up we have Decepticon Mohawk. This is one probably a lot of Bavers fans have been waiting for a while. I've been kind of curious about this one, when they do a Mohawk figure, but the time has come, and we are getting a core class Mohawk figure. Oh, by the way, that Wheeljack, if I didn't say before, that's a deluxe class. Big shocker, am I right? But yeah, this one's a core class right here, Mohawk, and yeah, I don't think it looks that bad. Here's the back of the packaging. Here's the bike mode. Yeah, it is lacking a bit of paint. I think they could have done some designing better, but again, I'll have to see it in hand, in order for me to fully judge. And the roll mode, I think, looks mostly good. Again, similar to Wheeljack, it seems like he's lacking a bit of paint, but I do like that kind of green splotch paint. I think that looks cool. And he's got like a little knife as his accessory. I think that's cool. And oh yeah, they didn't paint his actual mohawk, like not the character. I meant is the mohawk on his head. They didn't paint that in. What is it with Hasbro and the lack of paint? I mean, at least they splotched everywhere else. But come on, his name's Mohawk. His mohawk needs to be painted too. But anyways, next up, we got another core class. Now this one is a really cool one right here. So this is actually Bumblebee movie concept art Rumble, and yeah, I didn't expect to see this one. I mean, I think there were some listings, but a lot of people were confused, like if it was like a re-release maybe of the '86 one. But no, it's actually from the Bumblebee movie, a concept art at least. So yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things that we got from this news is that we're getting concept art figures. That opens up the doors to so many more opportunities in the Steel Series line, I think. I mean, imagine if we got an '07 Voyager Megatron, but like with the old head. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's like, but for those who don't know, it's like the one where he has like the little eyes like around where his nose should be, and it looks really creepy and disgusting. But it's a thing that exists and it's a concept thing. So hey, maybe Hasbro will give us that. But anyways, focusing here on Rumble, I think he looks pretty decent. He does, yeah, seem to fit the aesthetic well. Of course, he got his alt mode right here. It's shaped very similarly to Ravage, which makes sense because it's meant to fit in Soundwave, which is another thing I'm glad that, that they kept for this guy, the ability to go in Soundwave's chest. And here's the Rumble mode. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell it doesn't look fully like a movie aesthetic. Like, it's kind of hard for me to picture this particular design being, in that Cybertron battle scene. But it was a concept design. I think if they tweaked it a bit more, I think it'd fit in a lot better. But I still think it looks pretty cool. Now, next up, we got Predacon Scorponok. Now, he was as stated before, he's a Predacon, but he was the only Predacon that showed up in Rise of the Beast. Unfortunately, it wasn't just singularly Scorponok, but rather a bunch of Scorpion characters that used the name, which we never heard them actually say in the movie. So it was kind of more of a name slap, I suppose. But yeah, this Studios Figures figure here does give him a robot mode. Well, actually, the Bowel Masters or whatever? I forgot what they're called now. There's so many like little sublines in the main line. I do have a review on my channel. I think it's my most viewed video, at least as of right now. But anyways, and yeah, they gave him a completely different looking robot mode. But I think this one looks even cooler. I mean, if you look at the head, well, first of all, here's the back of the box. You can see the front right there. There's the Scorpion mode. Yeah, they give more of a kind of. It's kind of hard to tell. It's like a weird kind of washed out blue plastic, and of course some cool looking purple paint. And I love what they did with the claws and the palms of those claws. I think that's cool, or the hands, whatever. And the roll mode looks a little odd, but I think that face though looks pretty cool. A lot cooler than that kind of odd one that they had in the main line, or whatever. There's a better look at the packaging. So next up, this one's a bit of a controversial one, I'm well aware of. This is Gamer Edition Starscream, and honestly, I don't think he really looks that bad. I think the only reason people are saying he looks bad is the chest, which I will admit, yeah, it does look a little too overinflated. Now, the designers did say the reason why this is because of the transformation. The head's supposed to go through, like, the cockpit area, and that's why it's bigger. Yeah, me personally, I think there could have been a better way to do that. Oh, here's the back of the packaging, by the way, and then, but, in the old mode here, like, it looks pretty normal. In the roll mode, though, I mean, it's kind of, honestly, I think it's kind of growing on me. I mean, like, when I first saw him, I'm like, oh my god, that's big, but I'm looking at it now, it doesn't look as bad as it did when I first saw it. Yeah, he could use a bit more paint, like, around the thighs, but at the end of the day, I don't think he really looks that bad, especially in this packaging thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see in hand, but honestly, I don't think it really looks that bad. I think people are just overhating on it. But yeah, like now when I'm looking at the chest thing, it doesn't look too bad. But like when I first saw it, I'm like, oh god. But yeah, we'll see. But anyways, next up we got 86 Junkion Scrap Heap. So this is another Junkion figure right here. I'm not sure if I'll get this one because I obviously have Wreck-Ar. Of course, the guy have Wreck-Ar. And I do have Junk Heap, or originally Junkyard. And of course I'm got some of those Legacy Evolution ones, but yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll get this one. Because it seems like I'm having a little too much Junkions, but Scrap Heap here doesn't look too bad. I just don't think I need another one of these. So I'll probably pass on this one. Okay, next up. This is the big one. That's right. Literally the big one. I mean, no pun intended, because, I mean, he's a leader. Oh, by the way, Starscream and Scrap Heap are Voyagers, by the way. But anyways, so next up we have Leader Class, Concept Art, Bumblebee Movie, Megatron. And, oh boy, I did not expect this figure to look this good. Wow. Okay, well, first of all, yeah, here's the back of the packaging right here. And, yeah, as you can see, they brought back the windows for the Leader Class packaging, which is similar to what they've done, for Legacy United. So yeah, 2024 we'll see the return of those windows. Thank God, because it was annoying just not seeing that figure in there. Oh, whoops, I closed that again. So yeah, let's start off. Let's look at the tank mode. I think this looks pretty decent. I think it works very well. I don't like how the tip of the can just flat, like everything else looks uneven, and that just even. But it doesn't look too bad. I'd say it looks pretty good for a Cybertronian tank. It looks better than whatever Bumblebee movie Soundwave turned into. And yeah, I'm just looking at this figure. I'm like, man, we could have had this in the movie. Like, they didn't have to keep the 2007 frozen icing. They could have just had this guy do something else. And the robot mode, chef's kiss. Oh god, this looks so premium when I look at this. And this is like a $55 figure. I mean, well, this comes out early next year, so we'll see if they increase the prices. God forbid, because that's what Hasbro's been doing. Soon we'll probably have $60 Lear class figures. But anyways, yeah, robot mode here looks awesome. And the reason I waited till now is because I want to wait until Hasbro had more clear HD photos, which you got right here. But yeah, okay, there's so many good things I'm seeing right here. But one of the things is he's got finger articulation. That I love. Every time a Transformer figure has finger articulation, at least once in a while you have one with that. You have some Voyagers like G-Axis or A6 Hot Rod, and then you got leaders like Earthrise Prime or Commanders. Usually, most of the time, have those. But you don't see them too often, especially not in Studio Series. But actually, this might be the first Studio Series figure to actually have finger articulation, at least in terms of normal scales, not like Devastator or something. Yeah, I don't know any other Studio Series figure with that. Scourge kind of had some, but anyways, yeah, and the paint, the details, God, it looks good. This is the one case where I actually hope what we see here is what we'll get in the packaging, because a lot of times when Hasbro does these product shots, they often look worse than it actually does in hand. But for once, it actually looks very good. So hopefully the same case as when I get this guy in hand. Oh man, that box art looks awesome. He's just staring at you. He's not even he's looking right into your eyes. I love that. And yeah, there's just a collage there of all the reveals. So yeah, yeah, a lot of great reveals right here. I'm definitely getting them all, probably except for Scrap Heap. Scrap Heap I'll probably most likely pass on, unless if I find them on discount or something. But the other six, I'm definitely getting. 2024 is looking to be a great year for Transformers yet again, and good thing it is, because that's the 40th anniversary year. So you got to be good with it. You don't want to screw it up. And yeah, Megatron looks fantastic. Mohawk looks cool. I love Rumble. Scorpion looks pretty nice. Wheeljack's good. He just needs more paint in the robot mode. Scrap Heap, I don't really have much to critique. It's a good mold. It's just, I don't care. I don't care at this point. But and Starscream, I think he's overhated on, honestly. It's really just the chest that's bothersome. But even then, it's growing on me. But I don't know. It's you can have whatever opinion you like. It's I'm not saying you should like the figure, but again, the figure's not out yet, so just wait until whoever gets it first or whatever, and then you can kind of critique it. Just look at the review and see how it is. That's my logic. Just don't judge it based on these proc photos. But yeah, overall, great reveals, and I'm looking forward to getting these next year. So, yeah, but anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and, yeah, comment down below what you guys think of these reveals. I want to know what you guys think of them. Probably a lot of hatred on Starscream. Yeah, so anyways, guys, as always, till all, R1.